Here is an example of a paragraph where we can talk about the main ideas and supporting details. So please pause the video and read through the paragraph and then restart the video again. Okay, now that you've read the paragraph, hopefully you've been able to find the stated main idea. You can see that it will be sentence 1. It appears that some pioneer women had more to fear, oops, let me get that in there, from insects than from Indian attacks. Because as you can see, the paragraph then is going to be all about the problems that the pioneers had with insects. So we'll look at our major supporting details now. And in the major supporting details, the first insect that they talk about their problems with is grasshoppers. Right? Grasshoppers will be the first major supporting details. It says here, so one of the most terrifying assaults of nature involved grasshoppers. Then it tells us about grasshoppers. That will be minor detail. We'll look at that later. Then the next insect that it talks about, that the problem they had in the summer, flies or gnats. Flies or gnats swarmed over everything. Major supporting detail. Then the next sentence, it says, in a desperate attempt to drive away mosquitoes. Mosquitoes is a major detail. Plains women burned buffalo chips. They could stand the smell better than the bugs could. Then it talks about scorpions. In the Southwest, women were instructed to place their beds at least 2 feet away from the walls, lest they wake up covered with scorpions. Then we have another major detail in sentence 10. Fleas. Fleas were also a terrible problem, and some settlers burned their houses down when the fleas became too burdensome. Okay, so these are the major supporting details now. So you can see that there are 5 major supporting details. We have grasshoppers, flies or gnats, mosquitoes, scorpions, and fleas. Now we also have minor detail in this paragraph, and so in the minor detail, what we're doing here is, first of all, in this first major supporting detail about grasshoppers, we have information, more specific information about grasshoppers. So the grasshoppers swarmed in huge clouds and devoured everything in sight. It's giving us more information about grasshoppers, so that's minor support. If a housewife tried to cover her garden with gunny sacks, the bugs, these bugs, which ones? The grasshoppers, simply went under them or ate their way through them. After they ate the crops, who were they? The grasshoppers again. The grasshoppers moved into the barns and houses. They, meaning the grasshoppers once again, ate all the food and devoured clothing, windows, curtains, furniture, fence board, and cabin sidings. It's all about grasshoppers. Now in sentence 7, it's all about flies and gnats. Only in sentence 7. That's major supporting detail. Sentence 8 only talks about the mosquitoes. So sentence 8 is a major supporting detail sentence. Sentence 9 tells us about the scorpions. It's major supporting details. Sentence 10 tells us about fleas and only about fleas. Now sentence 11 then is minor detail about fleas because it's talking about burning down the houses to get rid of the fleas, and then some settlers just went ahead and just lived with the houses of fleas. So that's minor supporting detail. It's supporting the major detail about the fleas. Okay. Then here's the summary of the paragraph. So in a summary, we don't want the minor supporting details. We only want the major supporting details and the main idea. So it appears that pioneer women had to fear insects such as grasshoppers, flies or gnats, mosquitoes, scorpions, and fleas. All right, so we keep out the minor details in the summary. I changed the main idea slightly, the stated main idea, but really the important thing is the pioneers had problems with insects, and that idea is still kept. Okay.